Hello, Dodgers fans. This is the Dodgers Insider, your go-to source for everything happening in Dodger Nation. And today, we're diving into a moment that has electrified fans and sent shockwaves through Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani, the two-way superstar redefining the game, just took a monumental step in his comeback journey. For the first time in nearly 20 months, Ohtani stepped back onto the mound. But this wasn't just a routine workout. This was a statement, and Dodgers fans everywhere have reason to believe something special is brewing. Shohei Ohtani's return to pitching began with a simple live batting practice session. No screaming fans, no pressure-packed at-bats, no game on the line. Just Ohtani, a catcher, a few teammates, and a handful of staff. The setting was Citi Field, but the gates weren't even open yet. The field was empty, save for a few early observers. Yet the gravity of the moment could be felt in every pitch. This was no ordinary bullpen session. This was the first time Shohei Ohtani had pitched to live batters since undergoing his second reconstructive elbow surgery. For most players, the idea of even returning from such a procedure is daunting. For Ohtani, it's just another chapter in a career filled with seemingly impossible achievements. He threw 22 pitches, facing 5 at-bats, and lit up the radar gun with a top velocity of 97 miles per hour. That's not just impressive, it's borderline absurd considering where he's coming from. A healthy fastball, a diving splitter, a sharp cutter, and a sweeper all made appearances. It was, for all intents and purposes, a masterclass in the art of pitching delivered casually in the early morning shadows of an empty stadium. Manager Dave Roberts captured the sentiment perfectly. "You know, I've gotten so used to seeing him as a hitter," Roberts said. "So to see him on the mound solely as a pitcher, it was different, and certainly exciting for all of us." The excitement was evident in the crowd that gathered to watch. Teammates huddled behind the netting near home plate. Coaches, staff members, and even opposing players from the Mets peeked from their dugout. Media cameras jockeyed for position, trying to capture every frame of the moment. Because when it's Ohtani, everything matters. Dodgers rookie catcher Dalton Rushing got the unique opportunity to face Ohtani during this session. He struck out in his lone at-bat, but walked away with a sense of awe. "It was pretty cool," Rushing said. "You basically have the whole clubhouse sitting here watching him off the mound. It's been a big topic around baseball. Everyone wants to see his first live BP. Glad I could give the people what they wanted to see." That statement sums up what Ohtani has become. He's no longer just a player. He's an experience, a phenomenon, a once-in-a-generation athlete who defies every traditional label baseball has ever known. Rookie infielder Hee-Sung Kim had better luck than Rushing. He made solid contact twice, including a comebacker that Ohtani smoothly fielded. It wasn't a rocket, but it served as a reminder of the risk Ohtani is taking every time he steps on the mound. The elbow might be healed, the pitches might be sharp, but baseball remains an unforgiving sport, especially for pitchers recovering from surgery. Adding to the lighthearted energy of the session was Dodgers game-planning coach J.T. Watkins. With Ohtani not yet ready to face right-handed hitters, Watkins volunteered to take a couple of swings. He struck out in his first attempt, but managed to draw a walk in his second, much to the amusement of those watching. Amid all of this, Ohtani appeared at peace, calm, composed, and even smiling. That fierce intensity that usually defines his demeanor gave way to something softer, almost joyful. After each pitch, he paused, breathed, and recalibrated. Between pitches, he laughed, joked, and seemed to soak in the moment. After nearly 2 years, Shohei Ohtani was back where he belongs, on the mound. But as much as this session represented progress, it also underscored uncertainty. Dodgers pitching coach Mark Prior was deliberately non-committal when asked about the next steps. "He's going to DH tonight, and we're going to go from there. And then he's going to play tomorrow. He's going to DH tomorrow, and we'll go from there." This ambiguity is both intentional and necessary. Ohtani is not like any other player in baseball history. He's attempting to do what no one else has done, rehab from a second Tommy John surgery while maintaining MVP-level production at the plate. And make no mistake, his offense is as vital as ever. Just hours after his pitching session, Ohtani stepped into the batter's box and crushed a 411-foot home run to the upper deck off Mets starter Kodai Senga. It was the Dodgers' only run in a 3-1 loss. That swing, powerful, smooth, and majestic, was yet another reminder of Ohtani's singular talent. He's currently slashing .295 with a 388 on-base percentage and a 638 slugging percentage. He's already launched 18 home runs and stolen 11 bases, and we're barely into the season. Last year, in his first season as a full-time designated hitter, Ohtani became the first player ever to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in the same year. That level of production is unprecedented. For the Dodgers, whose pitching staff has been thinned by injuries, Ohtani's bat has become absolutely indispensable. It's why the organization has been cautious, even conservative, with his return to pitching. Losing his offense, even temporarily, would be a setback they're not eager to endure. That's the central challenge of the Ohtani experiment, balancing risk and reward. On one hand, getting him back on the mound would supercharge the Dodgers' rotation and give them an edge few teams could match. On the other, one misstep, one awkward landing, one freak accident could take away his bat, and that's something this team can't afford. So every pitch he throws comes with weight. Every comebacker he fields carries tension. That fourth pitch he threw in Sunday's session, the one that Kim lined back up the middle, was harmless. But it was also a quiet reminder. The risk is real. This isn't a video game. This is Shohei Ohtani's body, his livelihood, and his legacy. And yet, only Ohtani could even consider walking this tightrope. Only he could dare to push the limits of recovery while maintaining peak performance in a completely different part of the game. Most players would have shut it down. Most organizations wouldn't even entertain the idea. But Ohtani is not most players. He's a unicorn, a rule breaker, a living legend who continues to challenge the boundaries of what's possible in professional sports. Where this journey goes next is unclear. Will he be back in full pitching form by mid-season? Will he eventually transition to a permanent hitter's role? Or will he somehow, once again, achieve the impossible and dominate both aspects of the game? For now, all we can do is watch, marvel, and hope. Because Shohei Ohtani isn't just making a comeback, he's redefining what a comeback can be. Thanks for watching the Dodgers Insider. If you found this update on Shohei Ohtani's incredible journey back to pitching as thrilling as we did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking story from the heart of Dodger Blue. Whether it's comeback moments, clutch hits, or championship dreams, we've got it all right here. Until next time, stay loyal, stay loud, and always bleed blue.